Hello. It is. You won't be able to read this. Bambi and Charles, but judging by the fact that I said Bambi instead of Bam, it's probably more Charles. However, I did try to film this 3 times and started it off with cursing, so I think we're definitely both here, but not in the way that we're talking to each other. I'm crocheting, by the way, but in the way that we're talking over each other, because I think we have stuff to talk about. Today is a day. Thursday, August 17th. It is 10:30 in the morning, which is uncharacteristically early for me because I didn't sleep last night. Kind of. I went to bed at like 9 and then woke up at 12, and I haven't been to sleep since. I don't remember what I've been doing. Reading? Watching videos? I don't remember what I was doing, so I guess it wasn't me. I don't know if this is even gonna be posted. If it is, I'm sorry if you hear my chair squeak. If not, get fucked me from the future who's rewatching this, because I forgot that I filmed it. I actually filmed an introduction video on YouTube. Bambi did in May, and it's now August, and that video has not been posted at all. There's no captions on it or anything. There's like half-assed captions on it, but it's just not posted. Tis the life of having DID, I guess, is forgetting that you recorded a video in the first place and not being able to post it. I'm gonna hate watching this back. If this is my first YouTube video, it's gonna be very unfortunate, seeing as nobody knows who I am. So nothing I'm saying will make any sense, but mostly I'm recording this for me anyways. Actually, I'm pretty much only recording this for me, and maybe like the 2 people that if I do post this video, would be sending it to. But mostly it's just a diary, I guess. I talked to my current therapist yesterday. I didn't want to. I actually heavily debated not showing up for the appointment and just having her put me as a no-call, or as a no-show. I almost said no-call, no-show. God. As a no-show. Simply because I don't like her. I saw her for the assessment session, and then one normal session, and then in the 3rd session she was referring me to an IOP, so I don't particularly like her. She talks strangely about DID for someone who claims to have helped somebody with it, like to have had a patient in the past before who has DID. And if that is true and she really did treat somebody with DID, I feel so bad for that person, because she fucking sucks. Every time I answer the phone, she goes, "Is there an altar with us today?" As if they are like some spooky presence, as if they are a they and not a me. Like, I think a lot of people who don't have DID don't understand that it's not me featuring altars. It's everybody's an altar. I'm an altar. Whoever you think the host is, because that will give different answers depending on who you ask. As far as for me, I guess. But oh fuck, I don't remember what I'm saying. Whatever. It's not like because Bambi is the host for family. It's not like Bambi and Friends. Bambi and his altars. It's Bambi is an altar. In fact, Bambi is newer than most of the other altars that existed way prior to him. Yeah, I think it's mostly Charles now. I don't really like my bracelet. I'm trying to get used to it. Bam is too. But it would help family, and by family I mean AJ, because Dusty doesn't really ask. I don't think she really bothers with it anymore, which isn't a bad thing. I don't feel any which way about it. Just is what it is. But my bracelet, it wasn't made by me, so these are just colors that are apparently associated with me, and I don't know. I don't like that red very much. These two colors are cute. Actually, I pretty much only like this one. Just like, I don't know how to describe that. Mustard, dusty yellow. I don't know. And I actually do think that Bambi made his own, which is so fucking funny because these are the ugliest fucking colors I've ever seen in my life. There wasn't a good black. I mean, there was a good black, but it was like too strong. It was too saturated. I don't know how a black can be too saturated, but it was too saturated, and there wasn't a good enough like dark gray to match the colors that I really wanted. So I was stuck with these little pieces of glitter that you will not be able to see because my big ass fucking head is in the way. You still can't see it. That's okay. There's little pieces of glitter in the clear one. Just trust me, it's there. But the gray is too light. It doesn't fit me very well. But that's okay. Got, ooh, ASMR. That's gonna sound really obnoxious when I listen back to it. Got a ton of other ones. I am not going to... Ooh, I might cut this out so that the names aren't shown. I do have a K-pop one. Moa TXT. It's actually really cute. I made it yesterday. Let me see if I can organize these in a way that doesn't show everybody's name in case I do post this, because I don't know who does and doesn't want to be known. Alright, here are all the colored ones. This one is so cute. I will say who this one is because I don't actually care. This one is Cherries, and it's so funny because she's not a very pink. I guess she is pink. Well, her name's Cherry. She feels more red, but she wanted red and green, but it was assumed that Charles would have red and green, which is insane because I don't even like the color green that much. But instead, did I just show somebody's name? That would be sick. Sorry if I did. Sorry to whoever it was. This one is really ugly. And I know that he doesn't care whether this gets shown. He is probably never gonna make a video in his entire life, whether it's personal or public. But this one's Orion's, and it's so ugly. These colors are so bad. And I know he tried his best, but his best is not enough. He even did like a little sheer glitter action right next to his name, and it still wasn't enough. This still sucks. This is still very bad. Oh my god. It's tragic. It's tragic. Anyway, I'm trying to get used to them so that AJ can have a better idea of who's fronting, and also so when we switch out, it's easy to look down and be like, oh, who was out before me, in case we don't know. So, got these bracelets on. Trying to remember what else I really wanted to talk about. It's been 10 minutes of just me talking. The IOP place did an assessment on me, but I haven't heard back. And my therapist yesterday told me that I should have heard back by now, because it's been at least a couple of days, probably a week, but I can't remember exactly when the assessment was. But she told me to be on the lookout, I guess, for a call from her where she can update me, but I really don't want to talk to her. I do not like that woman at all. She's such a nuisance. God. Ooh. Another alter, who I will not name because I do not know if he wants to be spoken about in case this does get posted, was fronting yesterday, the day before maybe. I know he wrote it down in our journal, and he hasn't been out for about 2 years. He hasn't been out consistently in 2 years. He used to go like hand in hand with one of the old hosts, and now he is completely internal. He doesn't do anything internally. He is just internal, and he was out to help deal with the blurry switchiness of making all these bracelets. I think the kids made most of the bracelets, judging on the colors that were used for certain people. Like Cherry. I think Cherry's was made by a kid. I really hope this outpatient place accepts me. They have a thing on their Instagram page about DID, so I doubt they would like heavily judge me for my diagnosis or whatever. They said they apparently reached out to my current therapist, who I requested not to be my therapist anymore and to close my case, and she said she has to talk to her boss, so hopefully her boss agrees and closes my case before, even before I get accepted or denied by this IOP. I just don't want to see her anymore. I don't care. I don't even want a referral at this point. I'd rather just have my own assessment, like have her email it to me and then send it to them myself. And then if they have any questions, I'll just sign a consent form for releasing information. They can get it from her, but I do not want to see this woman. She completely forgot what I was talking about, so now I'm going to talk about this. She spends all of our sessions, and we've only had 4, talking the whole time. All she does is talk, and it's not that she's asking questions. She's just talking about her job experience, and I've been doing this for so long, and DID takes a long time in therapy, so you're gonna have to be patient. And then the next session, she told me that she's gonna close my case and refer to me to an IOP, which is insane because she said the reason she was doing it is because something along the lines of she doesn't think that us working together is a good idea if I can't even remember my safety plan for like unaliving ideations that I have, which is wild because she's the first therapist I've ever had, it's telehealth, who hasn't sent me my safety plan to like sign specifically, because you're supposed to sign your safety plan. In fact, this place that assessed me wrote out a safety plan for me, whether they were going to accept me or not, and sent it to me and had me sign it. So I don't know why, first of all, you expected me to remember everything. I told you I have DID, and 2, you told me to be patient with the process of therapy, and then the second I don't remember something that you did not send to me for me to review, you drop me. Okay. And then every time now when we have a session since then, she's like, oh, well, how's your crochet? How was your weekend? What'd you get up to? Like, I'm gonna give you nothing but like blunt answers, woman. I don't want to talk to you. Are you fucking kidding me? You're dropping me after the second session we had. This is all just for like, this is all just for show at this point. And she asked me during our session yesterday, oh, do you, you told me, because I texted her and I told her that I I really think that seeing her would be a waste of time at this point now, since I'm already in the process of applying to an IOP. And she was like, oh, well, yeah, you texted me the other day about this, and I just wanted to follow up and see how you were feeling. And I said, yeah, I want to close my case. And she was like, as I was saying, like, no, I want to close my case. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to see you anymore. You've made it clear that you do not want to see me as a patient after giving me zero chance to be your patient. For what reason? Like, it feels personal because why? I haven't spoken to you because you've spoken through all these sessions yourself. You're talking to yourself. And not only that, you are like pulling shit out of your ass about this safety plan that you haven't even sent me yet. I don't even know I still don't know what our safety plan is. I don't remember our safety plan. That was like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I don't even remember. Like, also, I don't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember things. I have DID. Goodness gracious, I hate this woman. I just hope she sends me my assessment, because apparently I need it to apply for disability to some degree or something. I don't remember. Destiny was talking about it. I need a couple of things from some medical professionals. And I'm probably just gonna have them contact her, because I don't know what any of this shit means. Man, I just want therapy. And I can't work a fucking job. I don't know what else there is to talk about. It's 16 minutes, me rambling. Oh my god, I'm crocheting and off the wall talking. Or like off the top of my head talking. And I have DID. I'm literally Bobo. That's a joke. Is it? I actually miss their crocheting videos. I say I miss their videos, like I can't literally just go watch one. And I probably will after this. I probably will watch a Bobo crochet with me. But I'm making a blanket. And she asked me about my damn blanket. She was like, oh, how's your crocheting gone since the last time we've spoken? I'm making a blanket. It's long, trust me. I'm not holding the whole thing up. Just trust doesn't look like a lot has been done, but that's because we are at this end of the blanket, and the other end of the blanket is curled around my lap right now. She asked me about my damn blanket, and I haven't even been working on it because it pissed me off so bad that she asked me about it. I don't want to talk to you about my blanket, woman. I don't want to talk to you about anything. I don't want to talk to you. You don't want to talk to me. Why are you pretending with me that you are, like, happy to see me? She's a strange woman. Or she talking about DID. This is just going to be a I hate my therapist diary entry. Talking about DID, she was like, oh, well, you know, in treatment, we might even be able to get you to a point where you don't even have intervention from any of the alters. Like, there's no switching. And it's crazy because when she was talking about DID, she was talking about it specifically as if I only had one other alter. She was like, so that there's no intervention from the other personality. And she didn't say alter. I forgot what she calls them. Probably personalities. But it's wild to me. I have this fucking whiteboard next to me that I can't look at for too long, or else I start dissociating. But it's got a good list of all the alters that collectively we know about. So if I know an alter and like somebody else doesn't, like Cherry doesn't, then I'll write it on the board, and Cherry's like, oh, real shit, like there's a guy named Ryan. Who's that? She knows who Ryan is, but just as an example. And it's wild to me because there's like 38 names on that board. I can't count right now. There was 36 and then I added 2, so 38. And it's like, they're realistically, and my last therapist told me this, there's probably not going to be a point where I achieve final fusion. It is just going to be a functional multiplicity at its best, because there is just too many alters and too many frequent fronters, like too many people who pass through, and there is no host. So the idea of being like the idea of final fusion just isn't something that's on my list. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I believe that there isn't a real choice when it comes to DID recovery, whether you become like functionally multiple or fusing. I don't think you can deny fusion from happening. I have a lot of opinions on that aren't being worded properly right now. So if I do post this, please don't bring it up in the comments because I don't want to talk about it. Not yet. If I do ever post this, I'll make like a whole actual video about it, about the way I feel about like DID cures or treatments. I think that recovery is a choice. I said I don't want to talk about it. I'm talking about it. I think that recovery is a choice, but I don't think that the way you how do I explain this? I don't think that the way integration affects you is necessarily a conscious choice. I think it kind of just happens. Fusion, as somebody who has experienced fusion, just kind of happens, whether I necessarily wanted it to or not, or whether I was like aware of it or not. Doesn't stop me from trying not to fuse, actually. Me specifically, Bambi. I keep saying Ugh. Hope I get better at recording. I think me and Cherry might be fusing, but I did see someone on Twitter. I never go on Twitter, so this is very rare, especially not fucking DID Twitter. I hate DID Twitter. Jesus Christ, those people are so irritating. But I saw somebody talk about the difference between fusion and just general blurriness between two alters, and Cherry has experienced fusion before. She is a fusion of an old alter Sunny and an old alter Rose, who was a fusion of an old alter Javante and an old alter Oka. And Oka was a fusion. It keeps going back and back and back and back. But I haven't heard from her what she thinks about the fusion. I do think that she does not like the way that Bambi has been avoiding her internally. I mean, our internal, like, what's it called? Like internal world, inner world, headspace thing is very, how do I explain this? Active, I guess. Like it's very not real, but it's easy to interact with each other there. But I guess that's a point of a headspace. But I don't know how to explain it. It's very active, I guess. And it's gotten so bad that his avoidance of her has gotten so bad because they live in the same fucking apartment. And it's gotten so bad that I ended up going to another alter who she has no access to. I ended up going to his house instead and being like, hey, can I hide out here? And he was like, yeah, sure, I guess. Sure, if you want. And then he, like, this sounds so fake. Everything about the ID sounds so fucking fake. But he made me a room in his apartment. And I didn't even, it did not last for longer than, like, 20 minutes of me being there. And then I was like, no, I have to go home. Because me and Cherry share 2 internal homes. This is going to make no sense for anyone but myself. That's okay. We share 2 internal homes. So the apartment with Ellie and Puppy, and then the other, like, universe that I reside in, she also shows up in all the time, so she knows where I am. And I've tried to just like lock doors mentally so that she couldn't come into places where I was when I was inside, and it worked. I mean, I'm sure if she really wanted to, she could have come into the room. Like, it's not like, it's not real. It's not a real room. She could have come in, but she didn't. And she is very well aware that I'm avoiding her, and I'm sure Ellie is too. But now that I have seen that blurriness can be a thing without fusion, because I've personally never experienced fusion, I'm probably going to talk to her about it and see if she thinks we're fusing, because imagine how fucking dumb I'm gonna feel if I talk to her and she goes, "We're not fucking fusing, dumbass. Is this why you've been avoiding me the whole time?" She knows why I'm avoiding her. I just don't want to talk to her about it yet. But imagine if we're not actually fusing and she's just like, "No, we're just close. We live in the same fucking house. In 2 separate universes, we live in the same fucking house." I think I just got my answer. This video is 25 minutes long. Longest vlog of my life. I think Bambi's been talking too long. So I'm gonna say my little thing and then go and watch a Bobo Go video. I was awoken out of my 3-hour-long sleep because of period pain, and I'm mad about it. I don't know why. Oh, I do know why. I was about to say I don't know why we were so switchy last night, but I do know why. It was pain management, and also the fact that Bambi was busy running around and hopping universes for some reason, and caused some sort of disturbance. So that's unfortunate. But I'm here now. Took a shower, which is nice. I feel very clean. I'm going to be very cold very soon because my hair is still drying. But I don't feel like blow drying it. I actually have to stay seated. I can't stand up for too long, and I don't know if it's because of my anemia or if it's because I am dehydrated. But after I stop recording, I will drink some of this water. Well, that's all. I think. I hope.